is not here. Welcome to our somewhat weekly stream where
Somewhat.
we do things and help encourage growing teenagers to commit acts of violence.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair,
Hero school.
that was the wolves, not really us.
I mean,
True.
We just got here.
You are but instruments for the violence.
Mhm.
In some cases, literally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It says we have a network error. I'm not sure if it's just my end. It's possible.
No, it's on my end as well.
Oh, it's fine.
Never mind, it's back.
Oh, there we are. Anna and Kiva. Ah, yes. We are so clearly in frame.
Llama. There's a llama. Yeah, no. Considering the fact that neither of our faces are in frame.
We should scoot in a little bit.
There you go.
Wow,
I'm in frame. You are not.
I'm still not in frame. I'm waiting. It's coming. We'll wait. We'll wait for it to catch up. Are we actually waiting until it catches up?
It's fucking paused.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you paused it.
No, I don't know.
All right, whatever.
I'm not in frame.
Um,
Anyways, yes.
These
Hello,
are
Mom.
our full cast still.
Mhm. Hi, I am Kit. I played the cleric barbarian Anna, who is very excited to see another dragon one day and ride them in a non-sexual way.
Why the fuck would you?
Hi, I'm Dylan. I play Ruby. Success. What is it? I'm ready to watch these teens pull it from the bullet.
What?
Pull
You're just fucking
success.
That
straight up
that was
fucking
like
spitting bars now. Okay.
combining.
This is Ruby's journey, becoming a monk, and then
I have genuinely had to get
Becoming a
better at
robber.
rhyming to keep doing these.
I don't know. Was that a rhyme or was that like being a motivational speaker combined with rhyming?
Oh my
Success.
God.
How do we define it? Well, in my 90-minute talk, you'll learn how to find success and apply it in your daily life.
yeah,
Please let me
it really
leave.
does sound like that. Please let me leave.
All right. Well, hi. I'm Felix. I play Kiva. Knife.
Yeah,
That's it.
Only knife.
Only knife.
only knife.
We're in
Hello,
frame.
everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
I play Stenna, a half-elf necromancer wizard, who is currently astonished that not all orphanages are bad.
So far.
So far.
True,
I mean,
so
they
far.
are kind of throwing these children into extremely dangerous situations,
Also
but
that.
at
But
least
the
they aren't
children,
they aren't actively killing the children. So that's
children-
True.
nice.
They are actively sacrificing the children or putting them to like essentially
Yeah, making them
puppetry
into
slavery.
puppets.
Plus, the children themselves are also extremely dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
that makes
you
it
win some, you
okay.
lose some. It makes
Yep.
it okay.
Anyway, where we last left off, you see the three children standing in a fighting formation face to face with a large armored it's like a mix between a land shark, like a Rhydon from Pokemon,
Right on, my beloved.
and it's basically just that. It's like an even more armored version of that, and like curvy, so it's more aerodynamic, I guess.
I always just think of the Molduga.
Yeah,
But more
Molduga's pretty
sharky.
fair. Yeah, Sharky Molduga. The three teenagers, I guess, are standing face to face with this. Edmund, in front with his shield. You see Lucy draw her fine dueling sword. As she draws it, she runs her finger along it, and it seems like the sword is, for a moment, leaping with red sparks as if it is superheating, and the small Kenku child behind all of them begins to pull out various glass files and other such stopped objects that they are preparing to throw.
They were grenades. This kid like straight up had like
He's a little artificer, and I
copper
love it.
grenades.
As you see, they are all ready for combat and a little bit ready to show off to the new teachers. So as
Also,
they-
Will, I
yes.
just noticed that your name on stream is King of Being Perfect.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. I thought you had a question for this.
No, I just wanted
all
to
right.
point that
Yeah,
out.
yeah. No, I figured.
Just an observation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I figured I'd state the obvious.
Yeah, I think
Anyway.
I might have jumped in between.
No. The others would fucking stop you.
They go to engage the creature. And I'm gonna make some rolls here. Doo-doo-doo.
You hear Stena, who is super excited that she finally gets to, what am I looking for? Disseminate knowledge, and you hear her shout at the children from the back. I recommend Firebolt.
So cute. I love that.
The only spell Stena has ever used.
Yeah,
No, she
And
uses
combat, at
she
least.
uses chromatic orb.
occasionally.
She does do that.
Lucy calls back. I don't think that's gonna work here.
You haven't tried it enough then.
Oh my god.
All right. So, anyway, what happens is, so the creature lunges forward, and its jaws open wide, biting down on what appears to be, from seemingly nowhere, but I guess from somewhere, a large tower shield that Edmund has produced. The shield itself seems to be glowing with purple arcane energy. From behind the shield, you see Lucy charging forward and lashing at the creature's underside with her sword. It doesn't seem to leave much of a mark, as the thick hide of the creature is very tough to get through, but there is some burning afterwards. And finally, you see above the heads of both of them some files fly overhead and crash and shatter on top of the creature's head, producing a very putrid smell and covering the creature's face in some tar-like substance that seems to slowly drip down into the creature's eyes and nose before hardening. In response, however, its mouth still around the shield, the bullet will whip its tail around and crack it into Lucy's flank, sending her sprawling in the other direction, gasping for air, and clutching at her side. You assume a couple of ribs broken.
Anna's jumping in and is like,
Oh my fuck.
so I think what happened was Anna was trying to jump in. Kiva went like, no, stop. Like they're trying to like show us. And like Anna was like, okay. But like definitely has like her fucking mace warhammer fucking ready.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she sees that like this kid just got injured, just fucking like launches into it. It's like motherfucker, like coming for
Why don't you fucking heal her? Heal her rather than attacking the thing that the others are attacking.
do you say that to Anna though is the question.
Yes. I'm just fucking
Um,
shouting because I see Anna has the warhammer and I'm just like, you fucker, just you're a cleric.
See, you
That
didn't
is-
firebolt it hard enough.
you did.
Jenna, that's not helpful.
So good. I think that Anna probably stumbles, pauses, How close to the little land shark is this girl?
I'd say she's like 10-ish feet away from it, but it's preoccupied with the two others currently,
Cool.
especially the giant purple shield in its face.
Is she
Well,
unconscious or
No,
is she
she's
just injured?
It's like it's not like the pain was enough to knock her out. You see, she's grabbing her side, and it looks painful, but she's already making either preparations to patch it up and splint it to get back in combat, or do something on her own
Would-
if need be.
would cure wounds heal her ribs? Or do
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
Okay. Cool. So you just need touch in order to do this. So
Uh-huh.
Anna's she's gonna swing her warhammer around. She's holding the top end right now.
Okay, so
She's
you're
gonna
holding the
use-
giant hammer part.
She's gonna use the little end of the handle to tap her. So because Kiva made a good point. I'm supposed to heal. I need to stop going with the
You do
smashy smash.
keep taking levels in cleric for a reason, apparently.
Supposedly. And I kind of like poke her. I don't know. I think
Okay,
maybe like either
sure.
pokes her cheek really
yeah, no,
gently or
avoid
like
poking her broken ribs.
Yep,
or
sure,
like-
sure.
and I cast cure wounds.
Okay.
Uh,
Sure, roll for cure wounds.
Okay, let me actually forgot to get my dice out for both of us.
FAO.
Where's my D8? This is my D10. D8.
2 pyramids ass to ass.
Ass to ass. Oh, an 8. And another 8.
Okay.
So 16 plus 19.
Sure. Okay. So you see the
Should heal with my warhammer more often.
what would be like
Maybe you should just heal more often.
you see that what is showing under any armor that is being worn that would be a bruise, the skin is already turning back to a natural color.
Oh, heck yeah.
And the color in the flushed color in her face is receding as her breathing becomes much more normal and less ragged. She stands up and charges back into battle.
And it goes, you got this, kiddo.
You
It's
now,
100% a soccer mom.
Anna, having never done this before, you now realize that you can absolutely channel your healing magic through your weapon, and you don't know what real practical application this has, but you can absolutely now bash people with your hammer while healing them.
Torture. Sorry.
No!
All right, we're gonna have to talk about alignment choice now.
Yeah, we are.
I'm just saying, Anna might not come to that conclusion later, but if Gonzo had been there when Anna had realized this, we would have had a
Here's
much
the
different
thing.
time.
Kiva would absolutely have come up with that. Anna would have been horrified.
I will give you guys I'll say one more action of help before the next round.
I'm debating whether or not I should cast Summon Beast on Sapphire and send them in there, but
I feel like we should just let
I
the
think we should
kids
just let
show
them-
us what
yeah.
they can do.
Okay.
Kiva is fully going to
Wait.
fucking yank.
I
on it.
they all
Anna,
have
try
good
to go
berries.
back
It's
in.
fine.
How many more
Perfect.
of the kids are within like a little bit of me?
No one else is within touch distance.
What if I just sprint or fly to them?
You
Oh my-
already used your move action.
Get
Ooh.
fucked.
Let's. I just go. You got this, kiddos. I use thaumaturgy to make my voice very loud.
Okay.
You're just gonna attract the fucking thing to you.
I throw my voice.
Okay.
With thaumaturgy as well.
That sounds good to me. Sure. All right. With that being said, let's see here. That, and that. Okay. Here is what happens. So, Edmund's shield is going to, it looks like, hold for a moment, then get really, really bright, and as you see a look of concentration get more and more intense on his face as the shield flickers for a second, comes back, and then fades out into just what it looks to be a normal small buckler. The creature's mouth, with the sudden shield gone, snaps shut rapidly. Slaps
Slaps a kid.
snaps shut rapidly. On top of Edmund's arm, there is a metallic crunch that follows. You hear him go, "Ah!" as he is now held by the bullet.
Oh fuck no.
Oh my god.
This
Can
ain't
I
fucking
roll like
happening.
insight to see if they're afraid or if how injured this bullet is?
Sure. Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
okay, that's a nat 20. I don't know
All
what
right.
that's gonna get me, but
So, from what you can see, there is like a hint of fear in their eyes, but it's no more than the natural fear you feel when you're in combat and injured with a giant creature staring you down. You see, there is some resolve and experience, like they've done this before. This is definitely what seems to be a harder challenge than what they've had before, but this is something they are not altogether unused to. Looking around as well, you see now that the kids do have various and light scarring in some places to show that they have received injury before, but it's healed from what you can see at a quick glance really well and without issue. It was treated, it was taken care of. It seems like it was just injury during training. So this isn't altogether uncommon, but it does still suck.
I imagine the
Yeah.
monks have a similar practice.
Yeah, like you
Um,
have very similar scars from when you were sent out for real world training yourself.
And it's not having a good time. So can I jump in or no?
It's up to you.
Cool. Anna's not fucking having a good time. I think
They're gonna be mad at you.
this is child abuse.
It's-
Anna would understand it as child abuse, period. I wouldn't, to a certain extent.
Yes. But
In
Kimo would
this
still be
particular world.
mad.
Anna's more driven towards
Just make your
protecting the
fucking
kids.
action.
So I'm gonna. Can I punch this thing while also
Sure.
healing something?
No.
This is what I'm.
No. You can.
Dumbass.
if you have
can-
a healing word is a
Oh.
bonus action.
Yeah,
so
you can healing word.
You could
Yeah.
do that and hit, but
Cool. I do have healing word.
There was a crow outside
Yeah,
the window. That was why
It was a
we-
big boy.
I went,
Let me remember what healing word does though.
it's same as cure wounds. It's just a D4 instead of a D8.
Okay, cool.
And here's my question before you do this. I will let you do this all as a reaction, but are you
Mhm.
doing this as a reaction? Like, are
I
you
think-
seeing the mouth chomp down and immediately taking action, or are you waiting
Yeah.
for everything? Okay.
I think Anna.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, she wouldn't fucking respond well to that.
Sure.
So
Sure.
That question scares me. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I'm worried. Anna is going to simultaneously do healing word while like fucking like smacking this thing like around like here on the jaw, like right where the jaw like
Sure.
connects with other part to try to like make it like jostle so it lets go of his arm.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
you're gonna fucking rip his arm off.
Have
I
you
have
do
my
you know
frustration.
about alligators and like relative jaw strength when clamping down and
Clamping down is really bad. Maybe not that then.
Their jaws are really fragile though. They're pretty easy to break.
it's true. So this is a possible tactic you could do. You just need to roll
Mhm.
properly.
Great. So can can I get advantage with my cool nature, knowing things? Because I'm just so cool like that. Maybe an inspiration. So I don't kill the
Roll.
kid. Okay, never mind.
You roll.
That is
Make me an attack roll first.
an 11 plus. This is not a great roll, but plus 6.
Okay.
So it's a 17.
That does not hit.
Motherfucker. So I just go like, you got this. Heal the kid. Fucking whiff. Like right
No,
past this
so
thing.
here's what happens. So you run up, you put your hand on the kid's shoulder, for how much healing?
I need to calculate this. It is it's with the D4.
Okay.
Oh, good fucking job.
So
What is it?
as is
It was a 1.
But that doesn't. It was on. It fucking.
It was on
yeah,
the
you
roll.
can
Okay.
you can re-roll that.
Okay, 3.
That's a.
All right.
3 plus my spellcasting modifier. 6.
All right. So, as is want to be with Anna, you see her with a look of righteous fire in her eyes. Stand up and turn around, stride forward, put her hand on the shoulder of Edmund. There is a flash of golden light as you see Anna, his arm, which previously looked like hold taut and bent slightly in a angle that doesn't look great, shift back into place and relax a bit as if things have reconnected and healed. You keep striding forward, your hammer in hand. You look at the beast. You feel the rage building inside you. You swing towards it, thinking only of freeing this poor child's arm, and your hammer, with a hollow metallic tongue, bounces off the hide of the creature completely uselessly, serving only to annoy it.
Damn it, I should have set it on fire.
It is only then
Fuck.
It is only then that you hear behind you the panicked imitations of Edmund's pained cry. Oh God! And you then notice the glass files that were already thrown when you had rushed in,
It's fine.
that crash upon
Anna
you.
dies.
You don't die. It's just, that's why I asked if you did this as a reaction or not.
Oh. Okay.
Anna just a little peace sign as she goes down.
All right, so
In fury. In
uh,
the fire.
you are, the first one is that shatters over you is a file that is filled with a brownish liquid. That when it splatters all over you in the ground, you suddenly begin to lose your balance, as it is a grease jar of basically grease. So please first roll a dexterity check to see if you stay standing.
Let's see. That wasn't great, my dudes. Dexterity check or saving throw?
Saving throw.
Doesn't really matter, actually. That's a 6.
Okay, so you and the bullet both fall to the ground.
Yay!
You do not get the bullet does not fall on top of you. So you're not.
Bedfellows.
However, the second file that then crashes upon the bullet, and
Okay.
also you, because you are now both covered in oil,
Hope
is
it's fine.
fire.
Hell yeah.
So I
And
need
it's
you
like,
to
I'm
make
so proud of you kids.
I need you to make me another dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
I just yell out, "It's okay. She's a tiefling."
That's a 3, and that's a 10.
So you do not make it.
5.
Neither does the bullet. And as you were covered in oil, you do take bonus damage.
Yee.
But I mean, you're a tiefling, so this is all halved,
It's
right?
halved.
All right, cool. So you overall, everyone takes 12 points of fire damage. You take 6.
Heck yeah. Anna's still doing peace signs like, you guys are doing so good. I'm so proud. No,
Alright.
she's doing a thumbs up. She's not that cool to do peace
Uh,
signs. Send them to the gods.
Anna, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Like, have you fireproofed your armor that's not metal?
Or your clothing?
Please do not tell me that you're gonna try to make my
No,
character
no.
naked.
I am asking you this as
He's
a
already done that to
genuine
me, but-
question. Do you
I-
think Anna has thought of this and has at least put some level of fireproofing on her armor and clothing?
So I think that like she definitely at one point she was like definitely like, I should do that. And like maybe got like one thing done.
All right.
And then immediately forgot everything.
So-
And it was like, yeah, that's fine.
Now, I don't know what ability you're using, so this could be wrong. But most spells that light things on fire specify that they can't be worn or carried.
This isn't a spell, remember? This is
Okay.
oil and then a flask of fire.
Just wanted to make sure everything was
Yep,
on the
yep,
up and
yep.
up.
No, this is non-magical fire. This is fire.
Fun.
I think she probably I'm trying to think of what she would have gotten like enchanted because like it wouldn't have been like something super
It
smart. She
doesn't
would've
even
been,
need
"Let's
to
start with something
be. It doesn't
would've
even
been
need
like-
to be like enchanting. It's more like actual like real world fireproofing.
protecting, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she probably fireproofed something small. She's like, yeah, I'll just do that because I can live without that for a bit. 'Cause she lived
Like
as an
one
adventure for a while.
gauntlet.
Yeah, like one gauntlet, maybe like that pendant that she
Well,
got.
I mean, how much of your armor is not metal?
Yeah. There's also
Um,
that.
Good amount.
All right.
She
Well,
mostly wears leather.
that one glove is smoldering. The rest of your armor is currently on fire.
Anna knows what to do. She starts rolling.
All right.
She's leaving a trail of oil that's getting
Yeah,
caught on fire, but,
but
she's rolling.
You are rolling.
She's
I
and as
just
she's
realized Kiva doesn't fucking know about fire. Their first instinct would be
Set
to
water.
use their fucking flat jug
Yup.
of alchemy to throw water.
Uh-huh. It's an oil fire.
Anna's rolling, and while she's rolling, she's saying like, "It's okay, kids. It doesn't even hurt that much. Like it's fine.
And
You guys
then
did so great. I know it's totally like take out that land
Yep.
shark." And then oil
it's-
gets poured on her, and she goes,
No, nope.
"Okay."
It's water, but it's an oil fire.
Water.
So as soon as
It's
you
like-
get close, it's a whoosh.
And Hannah goes, "Okay, this hurts a little
Well,
bit more."
To
Kiva's
be
like,
fair,
"Holy
it would
shit, that's so
probably wash
cool."
the oil off of Anna. It would just make a big fire on the ground.
Unless it's the
Yep.
oil, unless the oil's soaked into her armor.
So we're just having.
Regardless, Kiva
Yeah.
thinks that what they just did is the coolest
Yeah,
fucking thing
Kiva
ever.
now notices big fire with water. What?
What?
What I mean is it wouldn't make the fire on Anna worse.
No,
it would
true
just
enough,
make
true
more fire.
You don't take any extra fire damage, Anna, because you're
Unfortunate.
resistant enough.
Unfortunate?
It would have been fun.
But
Because I think it would have been funny that like he was like, "Oh, it didn't do the thing."
but you're still on fire. And
I'm
now
still just
there's
gonna
more
roll.
fire.
Keep me rolling.
You just keep rolling.
You're just fucking rolling around.
I'm making a little spiral. I'm making some like if you looked up aerial wise, like it looks like fucking sick. Like we've made like a really cool like skull pattern. I think Stena would have really liked it.
Yeah.
All with one line. It's just me rolling.
Anyway, now going into round 3. You see Edmund finally wrench his hand away, leaving the gauntlet behind. It seems your healing realigned things well enough that he could slip out of the gauntlet.
Good.
He then jumps back, and you see him muttering something as there is an arcane glow around the part of his armor that is still there, as it seems to extend and reform into a gauntlet around his arm.
That's pretty fucking sick, dude.
He looks at, however, after doing that, you see there is noticeably much more sweat coming off of his face, and he is much more tired.
I'm gonna take a fat nap after this. It's going through.
Wow.
Anna's head right now.
Shocking. Never would have occurred to anybody else.
Anna's like, yeah. I think that's what we need to do.
He
And
then
it's like very proud.
Anna is still on fire.
Yeah. She's rolling as she's thinking this. She's like keeping clocking this though.
he then shouts out to the animal, which it doesn't actually really work much because if you remember, the animal has sticky, tarry substance in its nose, ears, and eyes. So it doesn't actually hear him. So Edbin then looks extremely embarrassed.
Oh.
It's
Um,
okay.
He
We
did
all
good.
have fucked
You
up
got this,
on
bud.
things that were gonna be really cool.
Anna's,
Except for me. Just kidding. They don't say that.
Anna's just like,
They think it.
okay, Anna's like just like channeling soccer mom energy from like just being like, it's okay, buddy. Like you'll get him next time. Don't worry. Like you just you work on that trash talk. I know you got it in you.
While
It's gonna
rolling
be
on the
so
ground on
this-
fire.
While rolling
Uh,
on the ground.
This
I think she's
ener-
doing somersaults
This
too.
energy is just causing Kiva physical pain.
you then see Lucy looking around as it seems she's currently the only one still in battle, as the small Kenku child, now noticing that he set someone on their teacher on fire, is currently running around trying to put out all the now a mass amount of fire on the arena and like lightly panicking.
I just
Lucy
realized
I
something
love
Anna
them.
could do.
Lucy
What did you fucking realize that Anna could do, huh?
Lucy charge. So okay, let me roll this. Lucy charges forward. Okay.
Oh no.
Lucy charges forward. You see, she lets off a ferocious, like almost bestial cry, plunging her dueling sword forward, into a small chink in the beast's armor. It sinks in a little bit. You hear a sizzling sound as the enchantment on the blade causes it to go in a little deeper. Then it sticks. You see for a second she wiggles it back and forth, tries to pull it out. It's not coming out.
Oh.
She stands there for a second as the tail comes back again, smacks her in the side, and she goes flying 15 feet to the side. All of the
Anna
kids are
starts rolling
currently,
towards her.
all of the kids are currently out of commission. You hear in the air there is a whistling sound as the bullet stops, listening to the sound. It then turns around and walks back into the arena gate that it came from as
Anna
the
was-
whistling sound dies down.
Anna's like literally rolling towards her, but is also like at the same time trash talking the bullet. It's like, oh, you better. What are you doing? I'm gonna fucking take you out. You come back here.
As
I need to talk to you, young man.
as the gate closes, you see there is brief Stenna, you feel that there is brief magical workings in the air as it starts to lightly rain on the arena. Since this rain is made by magic, it does actually put out the oil fire. And the rain as well begins to slowly restore the ground and arena to its original shape.
So Anna's idea for putting out her fire would have been her transforming into the magical girl she is, and then like zooming just so fast that the fire can't catch up, and just like putting it
I
out that
would
way.
have loved to see feathers ignite.
Yeah.
Through the mind, like Kiva is like, are you fucking serious? There's no way that they would have let these children die in a fucking training exercise.
They were getting hurt.
Yeah, and
I can't let the kids get.
they're gonna be adventurers. They're going to get hurt.
They were willingly getting these children hurt and endangering them.
It
And
wasn't. They weren't like really in danger.
They weren't
would've
in any
stopped it.
danger.
They would have stopped it.
they were hurting the kids. And Anna, as she's in the mind lake, is going over to heal the kiddo. We're gonna do-
So you see Lucy picking herself up. She not aggressively, but gently brushes away your hand, Anna, and walks to the other two members of their group. You see them sullenly begin to discuss how the battle went with one another and like take small potions out of their pockets and hand them to each other before drinking them. Eventually they finish talking. They nod. It's not like they're super depressed, but you see they're not very pleased with how their first first showing to their new teachers went, they then all turn and, after drinking their potions, seemingly just a little scuffed up now, turn to
Okay.
face you and you hear Edmund go, "Well, we can start a fight."
It was amazing. And it's still like, he was so good. I'm so proud of you all.
I mean,
That's
you
excellent.
guys, you showed us some of the stuff he can do.
Yeah.
So,
That's
you know.
that was the goal. And first of all, bullets are hard to fight. That was you guys. That was impressive.
Mhm.
Yeah, Scaly over here, it's really hard to get through his hide. And you see Lucy nod. It's like, I almost had it this time.
You did, genuinely.
You did.
Yeah,
It
I
was
saw
just
it
the
with that magic
pulling
sword
it
of
out.
yours. That was cool.
Yeah.
For the record,
Great.
Kiva has no idea why Anna is upset about these children getting hurt.
Senna is also confused.
Just no clue why that is.
I
like,
understand both. That's totally
something
fair.
that
Ruby
should
has
be
been
stopped.
has both been the child and the person putting children into
Yep.
these situations.
Don't
So,
tell Anna that.
uh,
Just don't. I just gotta
It's
say,
like-
I'm okay with
Except
people talk at this point.
most
No.
of what Ruby did was horrible nightmare demons.
It
So
is arguably
Totally fine. Mental
it's
scars.
psychological more than anything.
Mental
I
scars
arguably the
don't show up
same.
on the body. It's fine.
I can't wait.
There's a
for
reason
you
I
guys
have
to learn more
resistance to
about
psychic
Kiva's
damage.
schooling.
Jesus. I feel like Anna's gonna kill many people.
All right, so the kids then all right, well, so any notes? They look at you, Kiva, and you, Ruby.
I would say
Yeah, that makes sense.
stick to your battle formation. You guys are all much safer that way, and it's easier to attack and then remain safe if you're all near each other.
Hmm.
When
This
you're
is about
fighting-
teamwork.
when you're fighting like a creature that can't necessarily understand you, don't be afraid to like communicate out loud. What we have is we've got a mind link because of Ruby, so we can just like communicate through our heads. But it's very, very important so that you all know what each other is doing. You don't want one person just going off on their own and messing up the others.
You see a small bird beak nodding very seriously. Communicate out loud.
Uh,
When at all possible.
yes. Anna has stood up and Ashley looks serious for once and goes, "You did amazing. That is very, very clear. That Blanchard was horrible. It was very, very strong. The bullet was extremely strong, but you still were able to put a good amount of damage on the bullet. However, it was at great risk to yourself. You need to remember that if you are going to be an adventurer, this isn't just a one-time gig. You need to be able to make sure that you take care of your body first and foremost, because your body it's your instrument. You need to be able to do those dodges. You got to be able to evade. And if the enemy is too strong, then maybe going head first isn't the best attack. Sometimes it's okay to leave, regroup, come up with a new strategy, and then go back in. You cannot, it doesn't make sense to sacrifice yourself for one job. Your employer's
There
not
is no
gonna pay for
shame in
that.
running away.
All right.
There is no shame in running away.
You see
Through the
the-
mind link, because they don't want to say this out loud, he was like, well, we did save the world fighting that one time, but
And it goes, no.
that was kind of, we could not have run away from
That was a
that.
different vibe. That's right.
These are
if
kids.
you
They don't need to
can.
worry about that. This is
different lesson.
Different lesson.
So you see the kids. At first, they're like a little taken aback because like they don't know how to. They're teenagers. They don't know how to take a compliment. But they they nod, and you see them seriously like register what you said and be like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Good.
Out of game,
I will
you sounded like a
also-
PE teacher though, and I loved it.
Yeah, no, fully you did.
You
That
gotta get the
was-
dodges. You gotta run the mile.
Gotta get the dodges. Gotta get the dodges. If you, you don't, you
I
gotta,
will
you gotta
also
get the
say,
You
plan.
must take care of your body. You sounded like a health and PE teacher.
Gotta
Your body
strategize.
is your most important weapon, you know.
Go for it, Ruby.
uh,
Oh, no.
Felix. One, don't put water, or at Kiva, not Felix. Don't put water
What?
on an
Me?
oil fire.
Who's Felix? They sound pretty cool.
Good to know.
Don't.
Unless we want more fire.
Yes, and actually, that is, I was about to say, fire is going to be very helpful against these trolls. So
I have ideas.
I have an idea too. Hey, and then looks at the kinky kid. What's the kinky kid? Name?
Mira.
Mira? Okay. Anna looks at Mira and goes, I have a plan. Now I did just say don't put yourself in danger. However,
Mira
myself
looks at you
as an adult,
seriously and goes, I have a plan.
although I am an adult and I'm also very, very, very fire resistant.
I am an
say
adult.
We light. We take that amazing oil. Did you make that? That was exceptional. It was very flammable. I really liked it a lot.
You see Mira takes out
extremely flammable.
takes out what appears to be a similar jar as the one she threw previously, and is like, very exceptional.
Yeah, exactly. It is amazing, and it's doing like a little applause.
I love them.
Bathe me in that essentially.
That's a bad idea.
Now,
Light me
hold
on
on, okay.
fire. I know, right?
Okay.
Right to the
Maybe
cake.
don't. Okay. Okay. Hold
You-
on.
you
Hold on.
see
No.
Mira nods very seriously and begins to you see them noting that down as a strategy. Bathe me in oil.
No.
Human torch only if it's
Now-
me. Though.
No.
Human torch.
Okay.
You see her patter over to Edmund. Human torch.
No.
Only
Okay.
me though. Only if your
Anna,
party member
Anna,
is a tiefling that
Anna,
consents
Anna.
to it.
Anna,
Let's maybe
you
hold that
still
plan
take
on the
fire
back burner
damage,
until we
even if
think
you're
it's necessary.
resistant.
It's fine.
You see her nod
No.
even more seriously. On the back burner.
That is
Okay,
on the
so
list of
what
things
I
you should
was-
try. Maybe the last one.
Yeah, no, my idea was just to throw the oil at the
Throw it at
No,
me.
at
I
the
launched myself
trolls.
into the cave.
throw it at the trolls. Stena can then firebolt, and I have my jug of alchemy, or we can just fucking bring buckets of water.
I can
And do
create
that.
water.
But the problem with
We have
that
to get the
is we
kids.
have to get the other kids out first.
Heck.
We don't want
We light myself. Okay.
no
We
no
get oil
lighting you on
first.
There is
fire.
no need to light you on fire, Anna.
Oil first.
You see
I get the kids out.
Mira has been looking at everyone talking at the same time, nods slowly, holds up the fire flask, and then goes, get the other kids out first.
Yes, thank you.
Human
Stop it.
torch.
Stop it.
Well, that's what it sounded like. It's like take them out first.
No,
or just get them out first. But it
out.
sounded.
You're
Mira looks specifically at you, Anna, and you see a small nod.
it is very
I
violent.
understood.
think
I
that-
understood. And it's like, I think I found a friend.
You found a very violent small child.
A friend.
Another one.
A second one.
One that does not have
100 knives.
yeah, but one also that doesn't have
explosives.
quite as much impulse control as Kiva does.
One that is actually a child.
Mhm.
Well, Kiva's kind of actually a
Well, more-
child.
Kiva's further along in their brain development, maybe?
Probably.
Mature.
Maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
In certain ways.
Yeah.
They're more mature.
All right.
it's because of the trauma.
Hey. You see Mira puts away the flask. Pats Edmund on the back. As a last plan.
Is Edmund a
Uh,
tiefling?
That
You said human torch.
don't set him on fire. That will be very bad.
Tiefling torch.
Tiefling torch. Tiefling torch only. Humans will get hurt just as much as the other thing that you're trying to set on fire. Tieflings a little less, but you have to get consent first. Get consent, explicit consent
Edmund
before
now
you set
looks
them on
worried.
fire.
Enthusiastic consent.
Enthusiastic, consistent, open consent, explicit consent.
All right, we are not giving these
I think
kids
Ruby's
this
trying to
talk.
usher the children away from Anna at
It's
this
about
point.
fire, Felix.
Edmund looks concerned.
Senna's just already walking towards the troll base or whatever it is.
Well, I feel like we should maybe
should
rest
rest.
a little bit.
These
first.
kids are yeah.
Anna very subtly pats like Edmund's head and gives him resistance against fire damage just in case.
You see him,
Just like,
you see him
maybe.
breathe a visible sigh of relief.
It's like, maybe I should have, like, he says it quiet, like, maybe I should have said that a little bit more clearly earlier. It's okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
maybe you should
It'll be
have.
fine.
Edmund's like, it's okay. I'm new to learning. You're new to teaching. It's all good.
That's fair.
That's a very understanding kid that's gone through a lot.
I think he's
can
a
tell.
paladin,
I think so. Yeah.
so that would make sense.
Wait. Is it forward to ask someone their class? I don't
Never
know.
ask someone their
I've never played D&D before.
I don't know. Is it too intrusive?
I don't think that it's like, I don't know if these kids have a name for what they are. Like, a cleric is a job, a monk is a thing that you do, but like barbarian, what is that?
Yeah,
That's
I
just-
don't think
like,
Kiva like
um,
calls themselves a rogue necessarily.
Hey, kiddo.
Like a
what do you-
wizard is like a degree that you have.
Yeah.
So, kiddo, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like what kind of adventurer?
Well,
If you want to be an adventurer, you don't need to be an adventurer. by the
no,
way.
it's and you see Lucy now looks kind of nervous, as if they're like, oh wow, you're talking about that, all right. And you see Edmund's like,
Me? Or Edmund.
both.
Oh, okay.
Edmund's like, it's just the quickest way to get stupidly rich.
That's fair.
And
That
is-
is fully fair.
Anna is applauding a little bit, like yes.
And you see him just walk away.
What? Okay, Anna's like kind of jogging, kind of like lightly.
Yup.
What kind of skill set are you planning to use to do that?
Kiva's just fully just walking with Lucy, just ignoring Anna at this point. They don't even want to try.
Edmund's just like, oh well, as you saw, I'm good at armor and making shields sometimes.
Would you say that you try to support your party members more than you like actively fight the thing?
What is this? One of those fucking web diagrams of like yes or no to get
Yeah.
your
We're
class?
gonna
Oh my
end this
God.
in INFP or
Yeah.
he's just like, I mean, I guess you could say what I was doing wasn't really fighting. It was more like getting eaten, sure.
No, that's still fighting. It just depends on whether or not like you're actively, because you can still fight while protecting your party members and getting the aggro. If you get the aggression on you, well then your party members, now the enemy is distracted and now they can fight. Of course, you have to be careful of yourself. That's when you want to like really buff yourself. You really want to take care of yourself and heal and really make sure you get a good breakfast before you go do
Anna's
that.
a fucking cleric of self-care.
Anna's learned a lot.
Yeah.
No, they fucking haven't.
About taking care of herself to a certain extent. Yes.
Not really.
Depends.
She was
Depends.
fully ready to sacrifice
okay.
herself in the dungeon.
She's
though,
good
when
at
it
taking
comes-
care of other
Also,
people. She's not good
thought
at taking
that
care of herself.
setting herself on fire was a good idea.
She's good at taking care of other people, not herself.
Anna is the example of do as I say, not as I do.
Yes, I do. Exactly. No, that's exactly the point. Like, he's like, never put yourself in danger, but also set me on fire so I can go set the trolls on fire. I'll give them a nice fiery hug. Say a
Exactly.
warm hug. Just warm.
Edmund's now just like nodding slowly as you're talking and not stopping.
As in, like, he actually understands, or as if he's just like,
He's
please.
probably just
He
Don't get out of
he
here.
understands like 50% of what you're saying.
So, Edmund, I personally am a cleric barbarian.
Wait,
that might
just
be
fucking-
that might be
I'm a
forward.
cleric barbarian. That
Uh,
might be forward. Do you
Okay.
say
I'm
that
10
to this
levels.
child?
I'm level 9.
I think.
Edmund's like, okay.
no. Anna doesn't say that.
I'm a barbarian.
Anna says, Anna says, I am a cleric,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also one of those. I mean, you saw my warhammer. I also can get physical with the enemy if I need to. Stop smiling like that. Stop it. No, none of this. Felix is just standing and screaming now.
Ride those dragons.
No, not in that way.
I'm gonna kick you on camera.
There's a chair between us. No. There's a leg.
Yeah,
like,
I think
right
there's
here.
a distinct danger of having them both in the same room.
Distinct.
I think it's just content.
I can't believe you showed your feet for free.
Pay
Yeah,
me
your
money,
feet are on the
bitches.
internet forever now.
Yeah,
It's like 4
interwebs.
frames of them. It's fine.
Interwebs.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so Anna's gonna like, I do my best to support my party members, and as you could see, I sometimes get physical with the enemy, and sometimes I lose my head. That isn't a good thing. I definitely should try to be more level-headed, and as somebody that is supporting your party, you need to be more level-headed. You need to do your best.
Not
to
you
try.
personally.
Not
child.
you personally, but it's about trying to be comfortable and sitting back sometimes, even as your friends get hurt, because sometimes it's better when you're out of the danger because you're able to heal them. If you get out of commission, then you're not able to bring them back. when-
Listening to Anna try to
need
give
to.
life advice to children is the worst thing Kiva has ever experienced.
and walk faster, bitch.
That's
Edmund-
saying something.
Edmund, you see Edmund, so 2 things are happening. You only notice one. Kiva, you notice that Lucy, who can hear all this, is getting like embarrassed for Edmund. Edmund
Just fucking pat her on like the knee. And I'm not gonna reach up,
Edmund,
just, like,
on the other hand, you see is like, for the most part, like absorb, because you're talking slower now, absorbing what you're saying, and you see him like mulling it over and thinking about it, and he nods when you say like sometimes it's like about standing back, and then you see a little bit of confusion. He goes, I think I understand what you're trying to say. I can't heal.
That is okay. You do not need to be able to heal. Sometimes it's just having the potions on hand. Because if nobody's able to give the potion to the person that's just got hurt, then how are you going to do that? But I think
Also a good point.
Anna's definitely thrown for a loop because she definitely thought that he could heal, but she's trying to recover.
You see him be like, thinking about it,
through
It's
the mind link, Kiva's just like Just say it's about knowing what your position in your adventuring party is.
Anna says that word for word.
You see him nod. He's like, that's good, because I was about to say that, and you look down and you see him, he's in pretty much full plate. Like, I don't have pockets. I can't really carry many potions,
Yeah.
but I should probably think of a way around that, because having potions is a good idea.
Yeah. Even I've seen things where they are like in little pendants even, or like they are like, I don't know if you want to like deck yourself out in jewelry that just happens to be very very good for healing, but that
You could
could
also
work.
just wear a satchel.
You could wear a satchel as well. And it just says that. I think Ruby said that in the mind link. And it's like, yeah, a satchel. But like as if she's agreeing to someone, but literally only Anna can
You see him nod like, yeah, that seems much more affordable.
Yeah, a satchel. These kids are kids. They don't have money.
I mean, literally, he's doing this to try to become rich.
Yeah, literally trying to become rich. Yeah, just and don't feel bad about spending money on the things that you need. Like if you need like a really good shield, then get that really good shield. And like it's gonna bless you. It's gonna last you. Edmund sneezed as well.
No,
It's something that you're gonna take care of for the rest of your life potentially, and so like it's okay to spend a lot of money on it,
I love
especially something that's taking care of you.
why
Your
the fuck
advice-
did you just
Because
went
finances.
straight to financial advice?
your
Well, you said that he
advice
did have a lot of money.
absolutely makes sense, but I love that it can also be boiled down to let your friends die and treat yourself.
Yeah, if you really want to take like the too long didn't read, fuck the emotions of it.
Yeah. Also, ignore the one sentence that Kiva contributed.
Mhm.
Yeah, also that. No, but he nods because he gets what you're saying, and
Okay.
it actually seems like he's taking it in as decent advice.
Anna is like immediately out of her element now that we're not in like a teaching setting. Goes, cool, champ. Okay, go hit the showers.
Stena,
Thank you, Coach Anna.
Stena catches up at the end of Anna's
Oh my
speech and just
God.
puts a hand on his shoulder and is like, know your own strengths, invest in what you need. End of story.
Anna's just like, at the back is like exactly what I said. Yeah, so
He
great.
nods. You get the
This
sense
is
now.
This is not in character. This is a perfect example of someone that doesn't know their strengths, pointing to him.
Seriously, oh my god.
And invests in rope.
Seriously, Anna
Do as I say, not
Anna
as I
has
do.
never taken her own advice ever.
She's recognized. Okay, so she somehow is a financial major.
I mean, she did
Finance
manage to
major.
fucking do the whole like plan in the debate with the fucking Council 12 shit.
She'd be a great financial advisor. Wouldn't ever be able to take her own advice. She would
No.
always be dirt poor.
The homeless financial
Um,
advisor.
Yeah, the homeless financial advisor. Very good at great advice. Literally, you would make millions if you talked to her.
If.
Dirt poor, lower than dirt in financial status.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, you see Edmund, he's taking in the advice, but now he's also got that air of like a 14-year-old when a bunch of adults are saying things at them, and he's
Yeah.
like, why are they only talking to me? Why
I'm
am
gonna
I
go talk
the
to
one
Lucy
getting
now.
picked
I'm
on?
jogging over to Lucy. Hey, Lucy.
And then you see Lucy going,
Nice.
oh god.
I'm just like, go, I'll distract her. Go. And
I
just
think
go.
Ruby would have ushered all the rest of them away at this point. Like Ruby
Where's Mira?
has some experience doing this, and I think that you guys notice that they are a lot more serious than they normally are, because they're like, this is real. These after today, these kids could die, and
Yeah.
it's on us. And sort of goes back into like they were being raised to be leadership in the monastery, and
Mhm.
sort of going back into those old habits.
Yeah. I think Anna clocks that Ruby looks very, very serious and slows her jog into like a brisk walk and does less shoulder movement of like a little.
You
like,
are literally
shimmy.
doing more shoulder movement.
does,
As you
does
say
less
that.
little like shimmy.
Doing less shoulder movement.
It's more like it's more reserved. It's more like side to side rather than up and down. Yeah, so it's trying to look just as serious as Ruby, failing, but is trying.
So, Anna's RP walking.
Yeah. Definitely. That's definitely. Oh, I actually hit something. Okay, yes, that's
All right.
what's happening.
So, Ruby, as you are collecting the students, you see both Lucy and Edmund are standing next to each other, looking at you, ready to listen. And you see Mira is in her usual spot behind the both of them, and not looking at you, and instead looking at what seems to be her feet, but most of the view of her is blocked off because she's standing behind Lucy and Edmund.
Is this like, are they just always standing in their battle formation, or is do I get the vibe that she's just shy?
You get the vibe that, like a student reading a book in class, she's doing something else entirely.
Totally just
Oh,
not fucking
okay.
paying attention.
Can I try and see what she's doing?
Sure.
What do I need to roll, or
Make
can
a
I just step
perception
to the
check.
side?
You can just step to the side if you want.
I'll just step a little bit to the side and take a peek.
It's a bomb.
Okay.
I love them so
And
much.
it's like, hey, where's the kiddos coming on it?
Interesting that you're making a bomb. We will probably use it tomorrow.
I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any of you have ever been on a mission outside of this school, but I don't want to scare you, but this is serious. Mistakes happen, but they are also what get people killed in this line of work, and we need to be careful and take care of each other. I've given you all good berries that will pop you up if any of you drop.
You see them all as soon as your tone changes to that and starts mentioning the possible mortality of this. You see them all, from being like relaxed young teenagers, their faces get much older and they nod at you very seriously. And it seems like they're taking in every single word that you're saying. And it's then that you remember earlier when you were talking with the wolves that most of these children are orphans of war.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Me and my friends are very powerful. We fought a lot in our time, and the only reason that we are alive is because we have taken care of each other. Go get some rest. Keep that in mind. This is serious, but I believe in you.
You see them all nod, a little more serious than before, and head off to start pitching their tents and preparing the camp for the night.
Hannah's straight up frozen in the doorway, like mid like little goofy little like stride, and goes like, it was like, hey, and then saw this and went, it just froze. Just froze in this position. Thing doesn't move until the kids are out of the room.
The kids are out of the room.
Yeah. You seem very, I don't want to say comfortable, but you seem used to this.
It's not my first time.
And it kind of just like points at like where we are, like here, as to say like here. Like, are you a repeat?
It is
teacher?
my first time being here, but I was raised in a monastery that trained exclusively to fight to protect the realm of dreams. I was part of these missions as a kid, and when I got older, it was my job to help teach them.
Anna's expression like darkens very, very quickly. Teach them how.
Not too dissimilar to what they're doing here.
So
we always made sure that it was as safe as possible, but we are preparing them to do unsafe things, and you can't do that in a safe way all the time.
So you're endangering them, giving them trauma.
I
Hurting
would
them?
I would like to sneak to the library with no one seeing me.
Okay.
I do the roll.
Senna's just gonna walk to the library.
Okay.
Cool. 16 on my stealth.
Anyway, keeping this going, but yes.
Mhm.
I don't see it as that. I didn't view it as that as a child.
She didn't view it as that.
There is truth to what you're saying, but there's also truth that they need to learn this.
Can't there be a different way rather than putting them through physical harm or a mental and emotional harm? Like, isn't there something else, something better than endangering their lives like that? And
You can't learn to fight from a book. There's only so much you can do. You can learn as much technique as you want. You can spar as much as you want. At some point, you're going to have to go and do it for real. We live in a world with real monsters that do not care and do not feel. And we need to be ready for that.
As somebody that has been in this world and on my own for a while, I agree with you to a certain extent. And that side of me agrees with you, but I can't fully. Anytime. And Anna is just gonna walk to where the wolves said that we're gonna be sleeping.
Okay. So, Kiva, you are stealthy.
Yes.
Stenna, you are not. Anna, I need you to make me a perception check. For later.
Who?
Anna.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, for later. Anyway, Stenna, you find no trouble.
Oh, nat 20, baby.
All right. Stenna, you find no trouble going inside, and just kind of going into the library. Neither do you, Kiva, but albeit you do it and no one sees you do it.
That's good. I will tell you privately what section I am looking at.
Sounds good to me.
Ruby would also like to go and study that enchantment book again.
Okay. So Ruby, I want you to make me a roll me a d20 and add your proficiency dice.
All right. No, this isn't like intelligence or wisdom or anything. It's just D20 plus proficiency.
Yes.
Okay.
Kiva, make me
That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Investigation, so perception. And Ruby, you managed to finish off the book you were currently studying, and as such have learned at least the basics to enchanting, and with a little bit more study, you'll be able to start enchanting your own gear.
21.
21. All right. Kiva, you do find something along the lines of what you're looking for.
Good, good. Excellent.
So to not give anything away,
Mhm.
simply what you find in the book is that you just need to leave a letter and the required price at a specific location.
Oh. Okay. Thanks.
I would
Conspiracy in
like
my
to
own
talk to
household.
Stena can finish whatever she's doing in the library. I would like to talk to her about the Lich book.
Sure.
Yeet.
You'll find Stena probably continuing to read said Lich book, just, sitting on the floor or sitting on a chair somewhere, just, doing her stuff.
So is this book for just interesting reading, or are you planning something?
Stena kind of like, you see her flipping through, like, and she's like flipped through the edge to the end, but she hasn't, actually read up to that point yet. And she kind of looks at it for a while, and she goes, I came in here thinking that maybe I could use some of this, but I'm not really sure now. It seems depressing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about liches, but binding your soul to something seems maybe not fun.
Not fun, painful, problematic, morally compromising. I'd probably
Didn't
just
know Stena cared about that. I would just like to say, I think it may or may not be confirmed that Stena is Voldemort. Voldemort didn't have any moral qualms about doing that, though. Stena clearly does. It's up in the air. It's pre-insanity Voldemort.
Would
He was never pre-insanity.
Are there any like historical liches that haven't gone insane and become evil? Like,
there are plenty that haven't gone insane.
Okay.
So not many that haven't gone
the
evil, though.
part, are they?
So here's the tricky part for you. Historically, really the only liches that get recorded down are the really bad ones.
Okay.
The ones that don't have malicious intent towards society as a whole generally know that you don't, either they're too busy with their own research, and the reason they became undead wizards is to continue that research into eternity, in which case they don't care about the outside world, or they understand that the general public doesn't really like liches.
I think this be some survival bias from history. Skewing it. I think Stena could do it. But Anna's not here, so Anna would believe in you.
I think it's a good idea to be cautious. I will say, if it is something that you decide you want to do, I will help as best I can.
Stena nods. I appreciate the help and the offer. I honestly don't think I'm going to do anything in the lich forward direction. And we'll just stick with necromancy for now. Particularly since we're currently embroiled in 5,000 things. Would like to get some of that resolved first before I do my own research.
Ideally, big life changes. I'd like to get all this shit dealt with first, but
let's reduce our chances of dying in general first, and then I can go see about being an undying.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of rooms did the wolves give us, by the way? Were there like 2 to a room or 4 in a room or what?
Individual rooms. The house is
Cool.
big enough, and there's enough empty space. There's not a ton of kids here. Individual rooms.
Neato. And it chose the one all the way furthest from the entrance area.
Okay.
I would like to make sure that all of the kids have good dreams.
You can do so. So Anna, what was your perception check again?
20.
All right. So
Nat 20.
before I tell you what happens, Kiva, are you doing the thing?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think so. They're gonna.
I'm pulling up
Sounds-
I feel like I should roll stealth again. I don't know.
No, you can do it. Everyone's asleep, so you're fine.
All right.
So, Anna, it is about 2 a.m, and you're having trouble sleeping. You're
Mhm.
thinking about, your head is filled with worry for the children, thoughts about everything you've just learned, about yourself, about Ruby, about the world around you and the realities you face. It's a lot to deal with, and it makes it difficult to sleep.
Mhm.
And these thoughts in your head almost pounding against your skull, and then you realize that the pounding isn't coming from your head. You're hearing it.
Motherfucker. This bitch. I fucking hate him.
And it's not like pounding on the door, pounding on the floor, or it's in the distance. It's soft. Dum, 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 dum.
Bitch.
But the more you listen to it, the louder it goes. Dum, 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 dum.
Snitches get
dum, dum,
stitches,
dum, dum, dum.
motherfucker.
Anna's gearing up.
It's
And then
like,
you
there's a
look
war
at the
party.
Then you look at the window and you see in the distance, coming over the horizon, a light. The sun? No. Torches. Carried by large creatures with a different hue to their skin. It seems that these large creatures with rudimentary armor and gnarly looking weapons in their hands have crested over the hill. It seems, Anna, you've noticed what appears to be a night raid.
Oh, fuck this. Anna's fucking. I think Anna has like one metal thing in her entire fucking like armory, but she's just like taking a little hammer and just fucking like banging it as much. I don't know if she grabs like fucking like candelabra or what. She's fucking like, wake up, shit's hitting the fan. And just fucking just
All
going
right.
like, and we're like, we're under attack. Brace yourselves.
All right.
Yeah.
So, after banging loudly, you manage to gather up everyone you can find, which is the 3 children, Mira, Edmund, Lucy. You find 2 of the wolves here and ready to help. The rest are attending to the children.
Okay,
And
good.
you
I
are
was
able.
like, you said that like there's only 3 kids, and I was like, did they?
No, the
Are
rest.
they leaving? Shit.
The rest are being tended to by the other wolves.
Okay.
And
good.
then you were able to find and wake up Stenna and Ruby. Kiva, however, is not in their bed and nowhere to be found.
This bitch, and it's fucking just like Anna immediately starts scanning the kids because they're like, I have a feeling that Kiva like got like just pushed with the kids. Upon not seeing Kiva, just starts screaming Kiva's name at the top of her lungs, just like,
I feel like she
Kiva!
would maybe assume that Kiva was just like in the library or something.
No,
Well, there's no real reason for
No,
them
the
to
thing
be
is-
freaked out.
there's never a reason for Anna to freak out.
No,
She just
that is true.
constantly
That is
is
true.
panicking,
Anna's in a
especially when it
constant
comes to
state of
Kiva.
panic.
Yeah, especially with Kiva. I mean, Anna once threw you and then was angry when you got hurt and blamed the other guy when it was Anna throwing you
That is
that
true.
probably caused the most harm.
Mhm.
And she got enraged from it. So
All right.
I gotta say, Anna's just screaming, Kiva! Like, I'm not gonna scream it obviously because
Tetsuo! Kaneda!
Kiva, just like
I
absolutely
have
like.
a question about a spell. Sorry.
Yeah, I have an answer about a spell.
If I cast Flame Blade, can I use all of my attacks with it, or can I just do a melee spell attack?
For now, I'll let you use all your attacks with it. That's fine.
Cool.
Just want to ask, did we get a long rest or no?
Yes.
Cool beans. So I think I probably do not. So how Anna's constantly trying to parent. Hi, T-Pain. Is always trying to parent Kiva, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
You
Anna's definitely grabbed at least one knife from Kiva.
Bold of you to assume you fucking could.
Can we do a contested roll or something? Or like that, like Anna just has something with Kiva.
You can
Isn't that-
have a knife.
Absolutely. However, Anna, you do. This is where a decision needs to be made by Anna then. Because if you go looking for Kiva, you're not going to be here to help defend the orphanage.
Fuck. Okay. I'm just gonna cast locate object on the thing first. And okay, object. No, it wouldn't be that I have one of something with Kiva's. Probably Kiva would have taken it back. I think Anna made little things for the party though. Made like
That's
cute
fair.
little,
Yeah, no, that's
like,
fair
made,
enough.
like, I don't know, like a daisy chain. It's really holding on. With a with a nature blessing, I guess.
Okay.
Anna's gonna locate object and see where the heck this fucker went.
So you get the sense that, let me look up the specifics of locate object.
Mm.
I really want to know what Kiva's doing. It sounds cool.
You'll find out.
I can read it for you too if you would like. You describe or name an object that is
No, I
familiar
got
to
it.
you.
All right. So you sense that the object is definitely within 1,000 feet of you. It is moving away from the orphanage in the direction opposite from the current troll raid.
So Anna, upon realizing this, so in the back of like Anna's, these are the thoughts that are going through Anna's head. So either a troll, because Anna can't fathom the reason why Kiva would leave willingly. So a troll snuck in and stole Kiva, which seems kind of unlikely, but
Kiva can
semi-possible.
handle themselves.
Yeah. But also the fact that there's just so many things like that would have to get in the way, and the troll stealing Kiva of all people would be weird. But is thinking of the dear old dad pull some shit and spirit Kiva away. But then is also thinking about, well, the kids. Like I'm just as bad as those taking care of them if I just leave them, because that's Anna. It's taking everything in Anna to like not just go running after Kiva, because they definitely wouldn't. Any other circumstance, they'd be like, fuck whatever this is. I don't give a shit about them. We could set this house on fire. And I'd be like, whatever. Kiva's more important. The party's more important. But at this point, they're kids. They're kids. So Anna is gonna very, like, it sounds like this as she turns to face the oncoming thing, and then looks at a wolf and goes, my friend is running that way. It kind of points and it goes, if you're able to spare literally anyone, I don't know what's going on, but if
you are able to know any, I don't know what abilities you have. They're going that way. I'd rather die than let these kids get hurt. So if you are able to do the other thing, then please let me know. I would really appreciate that. And at the point, it goes and turns back towards the threat and goes like, don't even tell me what you're gonna do. I don't want to think about it. I'm just gonna think about like that you're going to go save Kiva while I do this thing, and it'll be great.
If they even are, I doubt they consider Kiva more important than protecting the children.
Yeah, Anna's trying not
Can
to
I
think
send
about that.
Sapphire to go wherever
go for
Anna
it.
is describing?
Oh, and Anna starts doing the mind link. I'm like, Kiva, 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 and just like fucking just saying Kiva's name
Yeah.
over and over
Kiva
again.
cuts it off.
If if you could hear it, Anna, you're being sent directly to messages.
It's like Kiva's unavailable, and Anna's
It's fully
panicking
just
more.
voicemail.
Yeah, except after a little bit, Anna, you start getting the message box is full. The inbox
no.
is full.
Oh no! And it's
When
like
Kiva opens it back up, it's just gonna be like,
Kiva, Kiva, Kiva.
300 missed messages from Anna.
No, from
Yeah.
Kiori, and it's just panic, just like, and then there's just gonna be screaming like into the back of the
I'll
Well,
send
well.
Sapphire with a scroll that says the trolls are here.
Okay.
And to wherever
question,
Anna
Will.
said.
Yeah.
will Sapphire being there mess this up?
No.
Okay, good. I'm just gonna let them come along then.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm not even opening the fucking note.
Yeah, that's fair enough. All right. So, as it is getting time to when people need to go, we'll wrap this up here on a nice cliffhanger. Anna, ashen-faced, determined, and inside seemingly deeply worried about their friend, trudges forward, for once spearheading what appears to be this defense of the orphanage, flanked on either side by her friends, new students, and other new comrades. The line of troops, both seasoned and not, prepare for attack. The entire enemy force is lit by the torches they hold. Strangely enough, Anna, make me a perception check, and Ruby, make me a perception check as well.
That is 9.
Oh, 1.
A
All right.
Great.
So, Ruby, you notice that what appears to be some of the what appears to be maybe a spellcaster, you can't really tell, is doing some kind of really funny dance, and it makes you start giggling a little bit. Like, it's kind of funny.
Cool.
Anna, you start to look and try and study the force coming at you, but the first thing that hits you is just this smell, this smell of someone who hasn't looked at soap in like 85 years.
Ooh. The smell of bitch.
The smell of,
Sorry.
yeah, it's just not pleasant, and you need to look down and you need to like hide your nose for a second and like cover your gauntlet to just like get some other smell in your hand.
So maybe a 1 was good.
Yeah. But you do not notice anything other than they look very intimidating backlit by all these torches. It's like a bunch of people holding
there-
flashlights right here going, ooh.
Can I roll nature to see, is there like a specific thing that I would recognize besides that's just BO?
Lamau.
Sure. Make me a nature check.
Stunna would like to send Filber up in
Aw.
the air to see what
Okay.
to see the night ray better.
Then make me a perception check with advantage, Stenna.
It's another 9. I got a 4 and I have a +5.
So you do notice some kind of smell that isn't normal, but you can't really tell what it is.
Cool.
Nat
Anna's gonna
20.
go-
All right, Flilber, however, flying in the air, does see
Kiva is just fucking booking it.
does not see Kiva. Sees in the back of this assault force there appears to be a troll that is much bigger than the others. His skin is a much darker shade of green. He appears to have several wicked scars spanning his back, and he is holding what appears to be two, one in each hand. On any normal person, they would be two-handed axes, but on him, they are one-handed axes. You see his eyes blazing a unnatural reddish hue, and then Flilber sees in the front of him there appears to be two what at first look like scars, then look like tattoos, but then you realize are these brands that have been seared into his flesh and are still burning red hot against his skin.
I have a feeling I know. You don't know what I'm doing though. Fuck you. Anna's gonna take like some kind of lavender thing, whatever fantasy lavender is, and just shove it up her nose.
You have plants sticking out of your nose.
Plants sticking out of my nose. She looks forward and she's like, "Bring it on."
All right, Anna, a badass in every way, including the plants coming out of their nose.
Oh my god.
Ruby is going to cast Flame Blade, and you see a blade made out of fire materialize in their hand.
All right. So you see most of the trolls, upon seeing the fire in your hand, do somewhat flinch backwards.
Anna's like, let me up, boss. Let me up. All
right, and to end this out, as you all prepare for battle, the trolls let off a bellowing, rage-filled battle cry and begin to charge down the hill towards your waiting defensive line. Simultaneously, in a different part of the forest, a small, solitary figure creeps from shadow to shadow, using only the moon to guide their path.
I get to a clearing. I place a letter that I have already written down in the center. I say a name, and I take a dagger, shining in the moonlight, poke the finger, and let it drop. What the
All right.
This is
fuck,
Faye
dude?
bullshit.
The second the drop of blood hits the letter, there is a whipping of wind, a breeze sweeps hair into your eyes for but a moment, and when you look back, the letter is gone, the wind dying down with a almost soft laughter left behind. And of course, the fading smell of sulfur.
No. Don't talk to my dad. No. Kiva's just a fucking dumbass and they're angry. So, did you just challenge my dad to something?
So,
no.
Next week we will get many answers to this battle, to these questions. Kiva, be sure to send me the contents of the letter.
Will do.
Also, I think that instead of one big blade, it's two like short or long daggers.
Sure, that sounds good to me.
That's so cool. Oh, that's pretty neat. It took me a second to realize what you were talking. I was like, that Kiva stabbed himself with two daggers.
Yeah.
Two daggers back to back. But
Kiva
that
just
makes
really
sense.
wants to show off how many daggers they have.
They're like, ooh, look at
They
me.
just have to run their hands over their legs and they'll get enough pokes. It'll
Yeah,
be
right.
fine.
Seriously, just whoop. Blood. Just so much blood.
All right.
Somebody hugs Kiva and Kiva's just like pincushion to them.
Today was a
They're one
little
of
bit
those
of a
birds.
quickie, but we'll be back maybe next week. Hopefully next week.
Yeah, hopefully next week
I
we
will
will be
have just
back to
moved
our
into
regular.
my new
11.
place. So
Ooh.
Heck yeah. It's gonna be super
Congratulations.
neat.
All right. We'll see you all around. Have a lovely weekend and drink responsibly.
Hope to see you next time, T-Pain. See you later. Goodbye, everybody.